Princess, something must be done.
Princess Celestia sat in the castle's main throne room, surrounded by royal guards and functionaries and harried town mayors, and scrolls held in mid-air by golden glows.
2/3 of Ponyville's citizens are trapped in that sludge. Who knows how long they can survive that way?
Mayor Mare's pince-nez was missing, and her cravat hung loose around her sand-coloured neck.
The fields can't get any sun underneath all that muck either,
added a pony with a cutie mark comprised of a bunch of carrots.
What'll we do if our crops die?
I was told the magic keeping the refugees able to walk on clouds only lasts for 3 days, Your Highness. If we don't deal with this soon, the unicorns and earth ponies we rescued will fall right out of Cloudsdale,
piped up a pale pink Pegasus mare.
I have no answers for my constituents, Your Highness. They keep asking me questions, and I have no answers to any of them.
How long is this crisis going to last?
Are we going to fight this line?
Can we fight it? Is it even possible?
We could marshal our remaining citizenry into a combative force if you so order it, Your Highness. But a lot of the survivors are children or ponies with no combat experience. I'm not sure how effective they'd be.
We can't send every pony into battle willy-nilly against a demon slime monster that eats ponies.
There is no cause for panic.
Princess Celestia sat in the eye of the hurricane of pressing crises, calm and collected and serene. When she spoke, the clamouring crowd around her fell silent at once.
The danger is great, but we will overcome it,
she said firmly, making the words a statement of fact rather than a soothing blandishment.
My sister is summoning a powerful ally of ponykind, and even now my greatest student, the new princess, Twilight Sparkle, has joined her brave friends to...
The doors on the far side of the room glowed red and hurled themselves open, revealing Twilight Sparkle in the hallway beyond. She was gasping for breath through trembling lips, and her eyes shone with anguish. She tried to speak on, but her voice lost all volume.
Please.
Princess Celestia showed not even the faintest sign of shock as she calmly addressed her entourage.
Give us a moment, if you please.
The group reluctantly dispersed, leaving the two alicorns alone in the expansive hall. Celestia gestured in welcome with her wings, beckoning her student forward. Twilight hung her head and slowly came closer. Her legs shook with every step. She looked up at Celestia through a blur of tears.
Please. Please, tell me this is another test.
She galloped forward and threw herself against the princess. Her damp, bruised cheek slid on the elder alicorn's golden petrel. Celestia gently hugged Twilight back.
A test?
I'll fail it. I'll flunk right out. I don't care. Take it all away. Send me back. Please. Please just make it stop.
Celestia held her closer and unfolded her wings to wrap around them in a second hug.
Oh, Twilight Sparkle. I am so sorry. This is no test. But no matter what's happened, you'll never disappoint me. I am so proud of how far you've come.
Twilight pressed her face into Celestia's chest, hiding in the shade of her wings.
But they're all gone. It got them all. Rarity and Pinky, Applejack and Fluttershy. I let them down. We should have prepared faster. If I'd hurried more, if I hadn't tried to keep everything so organized, I could have...
Enough, Twilight.
Celestia spoke in the same tone Mrs. Cake had used, the stern kindness of a mother.
You tried your best. That's all any pony could have asked of you. Even now, as a princess, you will sometimes face challenges that are beyond you. You aren't perfect, but that doesn't mean you're a failure. Did you think less of me when I couldn't defeat Queen Chrysalis at your brother's wedding?
No, of course not. Never.
Twilight looked up at Celestia, her eyes wide.
But all those ponies...
Her head drooped again.
It's because of them that you need to be strong, Twilight. Thousands of ponies are in danger, and thousands more may join them soon. It can seem like a painful and lonely burden sometimes, to be the one every pony turns to.
A flicker of sadness passed through Celestia's features.
But that's when the magic of friendship lightens the load. When you feel frightened or alone or uncertain, think of the ones who love and support you, whether here or far away, whether safe or endangered. And be strong for them.
Twilight wiped her eyes with a front hoof and then looked into Celestia's eyes for a long, silent moment. She managed a weak smile and slowly nodded.
I will, Princess. Thank you.
Celestia squeezed her student closer before releasing her and smiling back.
Princess Celestia! Twilight! I'm back! And I brought a Megan! I already told Princess Luna, but then I saw what's happening out there. What's going on? What is that stuff, and where's every pony else?
Celestia looked down at her student. Twilight returned the look and then slowly shook her head before stepping forward.
That slime came from the south, and it leaves whoever it touches helpless. It's just...
Twilight's face was calm, but the mask was thin. Dash's wings drooped.
I was too late?
No!
Twilight cantered forward to stand before her friend.
No. Canterlot is still safe. The princesses are all right, and you did what you were asked to. I'm sure we can beat this now that we've got...
Twilight's features jerked in confusion.
Wait. Did you say a Megan?
Dash briefly forgot her worry.
I know, right? I thought they were just made up.
I have read so many legends about the Megan. A creature that powerful is just what we need. Where is it? There's no time to lose.
Celestia stood and trotted closer.
Yes, please take us to the Megan, Rainbow Dash.
Right. This way, on one of the balconies.
Dash gave a quick salute and then took off. She raced through the halls at speed, haphazardly dodging statues and passers-by. Twilight and Celestia sped along behind her, magicking right what tipped over in Dash's wake. The trio soon came to the balcony where Dash had arrived, and came to a halt on sight of Princess Luna, alone. Rainbow Dash frowned.
Look, where's the Megan? I left her right here.
Luna took a slow breath.
She is gone.
Twilight stared in shock.
Gone? Gone where? Is she helping already?
Luna winced.
She is not, nor does she plan to. She says there is nothing we can do.
Celestia met her gaze.
Sister.
Half a continent away, Grogar the skeletal ram stood on a smooth outcropping of rock in the smooth, flooded Badlands and watched the pony's despair reflected in the pale white glow of the enchanted slime pool. His jawbone clacked as he let out a raspy chuckle.
Well, it seems they brought back Megan after all. And here, I was about to start worrying.
Long, jagged, snaking shadows crept at the edges of the light from the slime pool. A rumbling growl made the still air shiver. Grogar turned to peer at the darkness. The red pinpoints that served as his eyes narrowed.
Yes, my minions. It's your turn
He turned back to the slime pool and looked down at it.
After centuries of scheming, my time has come at last, and Equestria's bright future is a thing of the past. The smooth is pouring onwards, and nothing can stop its flow. Princesses, are you watching? I hope you enjoyed the show. One sludge, and slime, and eyeballs have covered everything. I'll stand upon the ruins and crown myself their king.
His horns glowed. The pool swirled and undulated, resolving itself into the gently rippling image of an orange pony curled up in despair in a cart, floating adrift in the slime. It shifted to a cyan Pegasus stomping down the halls of Canterlot Castle, face streaked with angry tears. Then again to the Lunar Princess, alone on a balcony, her own expression unreadable.
How can you face another dawn, little ponies? There's nothing left to hope for.
The view shifted to a blonde human girl, paddling a hastily constructed raft into the smooths to flee Canterlot. Brogar's smile darkened. Nearly purring, he murmured,
They actually... How wonderful.
Slightly muffled, the voice emanated from the image.
For some pony made of fire, I've never met a heart so cold.
The view swirled into the newly ascended Princess Twilight on the castle's front steps, looking down at the refugees. Her face was a mask of pain and barely restrained grief.
Oh, little... You've had your sweet, and now taste the sour side of ruling. There's nothing left.
The image shifted to Celestia, alone in her unlit chambers. She stared into the fireplace, as if the answers to all the questions in the universe could be found in the cold coals. She whispered to herself,
There's nothing left to hope for.
Her wings drooped. Her head hung down, and a tear slid down her alabaster cheek. Grogar's coiled horns flared, and the slime pool's glow snuffed out. He unleashed an echoing laugh, and was soon joined in his sadistic glee by the deep, throaty cackling of the growing horde of smooth, splattered dragons gathering around him.